Hey guys, DJAJ101, and I have a review for you here today of the Mercury Elite Pro Qx2. So I want to start off with the design of the Mercury Elite Pro Qx2, and if you look at a Mac Pro, as you can see right here, the Mac Pro pretty much looks exactly like a Mercury Elite Pro Qx2, because if you look at the enclosure, it's complete aluminum all the way around the outside. It actually has 4 little rubber feet on the bottom. Make sure to keep it nice and stable, whether it's going to be on your desk, or in this case, it's on the top of my Mac Pro. And in the front, it actually has a little access door that you unlock with a key, as well as the indication lights on top. And then you have that very familiar cheese grater like grill that have been on the Mac Pros and the Power Macs ever since they were first introduced with that all aluminum enclosure. And then if you look on the back of the unit, there actually is a lot to look forward to on the back of there as well. Just showing you a quick diagram indication, it actually has a smart fan which will speed up and slow down depending on how much the drives are actually moving and which drives are actually being used at that time. It also has a Kensington lock, eSATA, FireWire 4 and 2 800 ports, USB 2.0, as well as the power plug and power switch on the back of the unit. Now going on to the features and benefits of this Mercury Elite Pro Qx2, the first thing you'll have to notice is that the indication lights are actually right in the front of the unit. They're very clearly labeled, and if you do take off the front of the unit, it's so simple to swap out the drives. It's almost as easy as the Mac Pro. You would just unscrew the screw in the top and then slide it out and then put a new drive in the bracket, slide it right back in. This is a hot swappable Mercury Elite Pro, which makes it really handy, especially if you're doing it in a home server configuration or business. So if the drive does happen to fail, it's just as easy to swap it in and out. Personally, have mine in a RAID 5 configuration, and if one of the drives happens to fail in the unit, it's just as easy to swap that drive out and just swap a new one back in, and I don't lose any data, I don't have any time down, it still continues to work perfectly. There are several configurations in the unit itself. They have RAIDs from 0, 1, 5, and 10, and those are all different configurations. I'm not going to go over every one in particular, but I will be leaving a link in the description below so you guys can check out the unit for yourself, as well as download a PDF that actually has all the configurations clearly labeled on the unit. And the Mercury Elite Pro does come in several different configurations, build to order options, stuff like that. You can get it all the way from 0 gigabytes and add your own hard drives, and that would start at about $260 on their website. You can get all the way up to, if you're looking for a self-built configuration, you can get all the way up from 2 terabytes to 16 terabytes, excuse me, on the enterprise version of this drive. It's 2 to 16 on the one like I have, but on the enterprise it's 4 to 16. So there's several different configurations. Like I said, the link will be in the description below so you guys can check it out for yourself. So now, what are my overall thoughts of this Mercury Elite Pro Qx2? Well, if there happen to be any negatives, there are very few and far and in between from what I've experienced owning this thing for a couple of months already. The one thing I will say, if you own a Mac Pro like myself, as you guys have seen in my videos already that I've been showing with this review, you do know exactly how quiet the Mac Pro can be, even when you are completely maxing out those processors, doing a lot of video conversion, video crunching, audio editing. You know, it can definitely get very intense, and the Mac Pro does not speed up the fans, and it's whisper quiet, very quiet. I will say that this Mercury Elite Pro Qx2 is a little bit louder than the Mac Pro, simply because it does have a single fan, and the fan will sometimes speed up from time to time, depending, I guess, you know, if it's going through a cycle with the hard drives, or if they happen to be accessing the drives a lot more and it does heat up inside that unit. So that is something to be well aware of, especially if you are working in a recording environment and you want to throw a lot of data on this thing. Another one of the slight drawbacks that I've actually seen about this Mercury Elite Pro is the fact that it actually only goes up to SATA 3. So it has an eSATA port in the back, which I use connected directly to a card on my Mac Pro, and like I said, it offers a load of other hot swappable cables like FireWire and USB, but the fact that it only has 3 gigabyte SATA is kind of disappointing, considering there's 6 gigabyte connections already out there for faster throughput, which would be very nice, as well as a Thunderbolt, especially for us Mac users, a Thunderbolt configuration cable would be very helpful as well. It's, you know, this is kind of an older unit, it's not exactly the newest one. I have heard rumors that there are going to be new Mercury Elite Pros coming out that have the FireWire connection on them, which would be very nice, especially for the newer iMacs and MacBook Pros. But other than that, guys, would I recommend this unit? Well, I haven't used it for that long, and I'm really hoping that it does serve my needs well, especially for many years to come. Just in my 2 months of using it, I would absolutely have to give it 2 thumbs up. This is a great unit, and I would recommend it if you aren't going to miss the 6GB eSATA connection or the Thunderbolt connection. I did buy mine with the drive, so it actually came with all of them pre-configured, all ready to go. I just had to slide them into the unit itself. It was very easy, very handy, just like a Mac Pro swap out with a hard drive would be. And like I said, I can't recommend it enough. I think it's going to be a great unit from years to come. If anything does happen in the future, I will make sure to make a follow-up video to this video just to let you guys know. But for the first 2 months, it's been great, and I can't imagine anything else going wrong or having any additional problems since it's been so good. But anyways, guys, that's gonna about do it for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Please leave your comments below and let me know what you guys think about this Mercury Elite Pro Qx2. Do you think it's a great unit? Do you think it's overpriced? Do you think that you just get the self-to-build option? Please leave your comments below. Can't wait to hear what you guys think. Also, feel free to rate this video up and subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel if you happen to like my content as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great one till then, guys.